Reading? I didn't know you could read.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What are you talking about?
You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been beaten loads of times.
Oh, that felt good.
There will be no foolish wand-waving or silly incantations in this class.
My wand! Look at my wand!
Afraid I might have sat on it at some point, but I imagine it'll taste fine just the same.
Tell me, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
Diagonally.
So I figure for this,
we'll trade off, obviously.
Yeah. And we can like pick characters.
Right.
We can go by feel too. But hello.
Hello.
Welcome everybody to According to an Idiot. My name is Mo.
And I'm Jeremy.
Ooh, and we have such a special episode for you. Okay, so y'all have been listening to this, right? You know that we usually dive into like a topic or something, but there is this fanfic, you might have heard of it, called My Immortal. That is a Harry Potter fan fiction story, cult classic. It's incredible, and I'm just dying to make Jeremy read it. So for this special episode, we are going to be reading the first few chapters of My Immortal just for you.
Very excited. Now I'm obviously a fan of the Harry Potter movies. I've seen them all multiple times. Have not read the books. Have you read the books, Mo?
A few times. Yeah.
What is your connection to this series?
Oh, it's very nostalgic for me. Like when I first moved out of my parents' house, I only had two movies. I had The Princess Bride and I had Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, the second movie. And I watched those constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter is very nostalgic. I used to watch it every year, read the books. It's very tied to my childhood for me.
I think everybody of our generation and older and a little bit younger has some relationship with Harry Potter, the series, the movies, the whatever, the books, which is why I think that this is worthy of releasing on the main feed if we want to. Yeah. I think everybody knows about Harry Potter, and everybody knows these characters that will be showing up. I snuck a few pages last night, and there's plenty of familiar characters in this that pop up.
I tried very hard to make sure Jeremy did not read this in advance, so we would get all genuine reactions.
Yes.
And something else I think everybody can relate with is being in middle school, which I think the writer clearly was.
I would hope so.
At the time. And just as a warning, some disclaimers up top. This is of its time. I think this was written in probably the early 2000s.
Between 2006 and 2007. It was published to fanfiction.net.
Yes. And it feels that way.
Yes.
So some of the things that were originally written are not as acceptable anymore. And so I have edited a few things to change out some problematic terms and references. If you are a hardcore fan of the originals, so sorry, but I will not be saying certain terms. Something else in the originals, she loves writing very detailed descriptions of her clothing, and I edited most of that down, so you'll get the general gist of what everybody looks like. But it won't be 3 paragraphs of just outfits.
But it will still be uncomfortably long.
Yes.
All these descriptions are incredibly long-winded. I also want to point out, too, just add a little flavor, a little seasoning to this experience. The author, I guess there's some drama about who wrote this.
Oh.
They don't know if this is true, but right now they're saying the accepted author is known by their username, XXX. Bloody Wrists 666 XXX.
Oh, God.
This is prime emo culture.
Yes. Scene culture.
Set to print.
You're supposed to hate your parents and everything and everyone. So with that, let's cast each other.
Okay.
I think that I would like to be Ebony Dementia Raven Way.
Okay. Where can I confirm like a cast list on this. I mean, I know
I don't know that there is one, but we do have Draco. We have Draco Malfoy.
I can always do Draco.
We have Harry Potter.
That's you.
We also have Hermione. I think I want you to be Hermione.
Okay, I'll do Hermione. Let me write down who I am.
I will also cast you as Snape.
Okay.
And we can go from there. There's going to be other characters, but we can figure that out as we go.
All right, so let's start reading, yeah?
Okay. Hi, my name is Ebony Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. Parentheses, that's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Parentheses, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here.
That was all one sentence.
That was all one sentence.
That was the first sentence.
I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie.
Oh my God.
I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. Parentheses, I'm 17. I'm a goth, parentheses, in case you couldn't tell. And I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather mini skirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger up at them.
Oh, rebel. Also, some people do have it all. I mean, come on.
Yeah, oh my God.
She's a vampire, a goth, 17.
A witch.
A witch.
Gorgeous.
And she gets all of her clothes from Hot Topic.
Wow, rich.
And also, there is no shortage of parentheses in this, just in the first paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should I do an accent? I don't know.
You got to be moody.
Well, he's shouting here, so. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice.
I looked up. It was... ... Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked.
Nothing, he said shyly.
But then I heard my friends call me, and I had to go away. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. My Chemical Romance.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. Just then, Draco walked up to me.
Hi, he said.
Hi, I replied flirtily.
Is flirtily a word?
Now it is.
Guess what? He said.
What? I asked.
Well, God. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me.
Oh my fucking God, I screamed. I loved GC. They are my favorite band, besides MCR.
Well, do you want to go with me? He asked.
I gasped. Next chapter.
Oh, next chapter.
Chapter 3. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice.
Hi, Ebony, he said back.
I'll let you read the rest of the paragraph.
All right. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz, parentheses, the license plate said 666,
Ooh.
and flew to the place with the concert, also known as Hogsmeade. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car.
Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice.
Suddenly, Draco looked sad.
What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said.
Really? Asked Draco sensitively. and he put his arm around me, all protective.
Really? I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face.
The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove his car into ... the Forbidden Forest.
Oh, shit.
Oh my, what's going to happen here? Okay, let's see.
Chapter 4. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. Parentheses. He was wearing colored contacts. Which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness.
Oh.
And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then... Suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, I screamed.
Oh, O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's.
I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then... Oh, I think this has to be you.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers?
It was 17 dots. Dumbledore. I love that is what isn't he like the headmaster of the school?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing, motherfuckers? Actually, it's Mother Fukers based on the spelling.
This like 80-year-old man. What are you doing, you motherfuckers?
All right, so
Chapter 5.
Dumbledore. Let's just switch off every chapter.
Okay.
Dumbledore okay, I'm assuming me. Dumbledore made me and Draco and Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. Whatever. He kept shouting at us angrily.
You ludicrous fools!
He shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry.
They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest!
He yelled in a furious voice.
Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall.
How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her! Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, fine, very well. You may go to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently.
Yeah, I guess, I lied.
I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut, floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, ... Draco was standing in front of the bathroom, and he started to sing I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room.
Oh, God. This is a masterpiece. Chapter 6. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk, and a glass of red blood. She's a vampire.
Get it?
Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko.
Yeah, sicko.
I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned.
My name's Harry Potter. Although, most people call me Vampire these days.
He grumbled. Why? I exclaimed.
Because I love the taste of human blood.
He giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed.
Really?
He whimpered.
Yeah.
I roared. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him.
Right, chapter 7?
Yeah.
I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then, ... We started Frenching passively. Not passionately, passively. And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. I love all these like qualifiers.
Yeah, I know.
He felt me up before I took of my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex.
Oh, shit. Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it in bloody gothic writing were the words, ... Vampire.
I was so angry.
You bastard!
I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed.
No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much.
No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have STDs anyway.
I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people.
Vampire Potter, you motherfucker!
I yelled.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. In middle school, this is what I think I imagined high school to be like.
Yes, this is speaking to like me at 12 or 13.
Yeah.
I would have read this and thought, this is good.
Yeah, this is realistic. Oh my God. Draco running around naked with a boner.
He had a really big you-know-what, and she didn't even care.
Boner slapping around while he goes into Professor Snape's classroom.
And then you have Harry Potter post-head injury, apparently, who's now wearing red eye contact. I also love that in the world of Harry Potter, where people have magic, they still have red contact lenses.
Yeah.
They can't just do a spell where like their eyes are red. They have contact lenses for that.
Exactly. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back.
Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly.
My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understandably. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Parentheses. Since she has converted to Satanism, she's in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor.
What is it you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice.
Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco!
I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why... this is in the point of view of Draco, I think. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me.
What?
I had went out with Vampire, parentheses, I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, and then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic, parentheses, haha, like I would hang out with a prep.
I'm so confused. Like, okay, so I guess it's just that's one little thing that's his perspective, I would assume.
I guess.
Bizarre.
But I'm not going out with Draco anymore,
said Vampire.
Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard,
I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears.
First of all, virility? Maybe virginity, and then bust into tears.
Oh Lord, I'm about to bust.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm finna bust. Okay. Chapter 9. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco.
I'm imagining her like running through the forest just to find the tree where they fucked against so she could cry against it.
Then, all of a suddenly, that's an amazing phrase right there. Then, all of a suddenly, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. Hold on. A horrible man with red eyes and no nose. Oh, and no nose and everything, I guess.
Yeah,
started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, parentheses, basically like Voldemort in the movie. Now we're going fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, fourth wall break.
And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was ... Voldemort.
This guy with red eyes and no nose. No nose like Voldemort in the movie. It was Voldemort.
Holy crud, the movies were right. Oh my god.
No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, I don't know how to do it. Imperious!
Good.
And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him.
Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped.
Ebony!
He yelled.
Thou must kill Vampire Potter!
I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes, spelled S-E-X-A-H, and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with the Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up?
No, Voldemort! I shouted back.
Voldemort gave me a gun.
No, please! I begged.
Voldemort, just the sentence, Voldemort gave me a gun. You'll never see that in any other piece of literature. Voldemort gave me a gun. In the world of magic, he said, you need a gun.
He's like, here you go. This is the only way to kill him.
Thou must,
he yelled.
If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco.
How did you know? I asked in a surprised way.
Voldemort got a, dude, you're so stupid, look on his face.
I hath telekinesis,
he answered cruelly.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. It's the thou hath.
I like how he's the only one that speaks with like a medieval.
Also, telekinesis is not mind reading.
No.
It's moving stuff around.
And if doth thou not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco,
he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick.
I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods.
Draco, I said, hi.
So much is going on.
I'm like, okay, so she runs into the woods, searches out the tree where she lost her virginity, cries. Voldemort shows up, and he goes, doth thou kill Draco? Thou must kill Vampire Potter. And she's like, no. He hands her a gun. He goes, if doth thou don't, I shall kill thy beloved. And then he flies away.
You're forgetting the part where he shows up all scary and menacing, and she says like Crookshanks, and he immediately falls. Off of his broomstick? Off of nothing? I don't know, but like...
He's like, doth thou?
Okay.
He just falls from 3 stories. And it's like, doth thou?
Just fucks up his knee, goes right into Shakespeare. It says, also, like, he is Voldemort. It is so within his ability to kill this boy. All right. Chapter 10.
Wait, no, we're not done. Oh, hold on. I said hi to Draco.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad.
Are you okay? I asked.
No, he answered.
I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled.
Draco expelled last night in that tree.
Oh, shit.
That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out.
Oh, God. Okay, Chapter 10. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. Vladimort all day. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666.
Awesome world building. Finally.
I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar.
Of course.
The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, parentheses, although we call him Diablo now. And he has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not.
Where did that come from? What the fuck? A confession out of nowhere.
I suddenly bust into tears.
Ebony, are you okay?
Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice.
What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall.
Why did you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch?
I started to cry and cry.
Oh.
Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache.
What have you done?
He started to cry wisely. First of all, how do you cry wisely? Second of all, everybody is crying.
Ebony Draco has been found in his room.
Hold on.
Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He died.
Fucking hell. Okay. Chapter 11. No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself.
Poor Hermione.
Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way.
I love this version of Dumbledore where he is just running around screeching at people. He's always pissed off.
You motherfuckers!
Am I picking up here?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot I read
chapter.
the last chapter.
No worries. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sadly. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I look out the window and screamed. Snape was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was masticating to it. Masticating to it? Like eating?
Masturbating.
Okay. Was masturbating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks.
Ew, you fucking pervs! Stop looking at me naked!
I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in.
Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb.
I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that somebody has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk."
What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I feel like you're Hagrid.
All right. I may be a... Wait, hold on. Wait, what was that? I may be a Hogwarts student. Hagrid paused angrily. But I am also a Satanist. Okay. This cannot be, Snape said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. Wait, did Dumbledore shoot him?
With his wand, yeah, when he came in all angry.
So he saw that Snape had been shot and he shot him?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, God.
You don't have any, I yelled in madly.
Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. You want to be Lupin?
Yeah.
The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there.
I felt faint. More than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood.
Why are you doing this?
Lupin said angrily.
And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy, or to bite him and drink his blood, because I felt faint. Because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in singing... What? Then swooped he in singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. Okay, so Hagrid says, because... Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Snape, now back to the story. Because you're gothic? Snape asked, in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her, Hagrid said.
Whoa. Everybody's in love with Ebony.
I'm confused. Can you explain what just happened in that scene?
Okay, so...
She shot and did not kill Snape and Lupin.
Yeah, Dumbledore said that Draco died.
Yes.
She ran to her room, upset, got her tears of blood all over her clothes, so she took a bath.
Yep.
And then found Snape and Lupin filming her naked.
And masturbating.
So she shot them.
With the gun that Voldemort gave her.
And then Dumbledore ran in, also shot them. And then Hagrid showed up and was like, hey guys, we need to talk. And then everybody was scared that he was a Satanist. And then Hagrid started singing 50 Cent. And then said he loves Ebony.
This is barely a story. All right. Next chapter.
Chapter 12. No! I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire.
What?
He started to scream. OMFG! No! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. What?
What's going on?
No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. ... Voldemort has him bondage.
Oh no.
Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now recovering. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too.
What is going on?
They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls.
Oh my god.
Dumbledore had constipated the video camera they took of me naked. Confiscated.
Yeah.
I put up my middle finger at them.
Good.
Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses.
Ennaby. I need you to tell. Misspelling. Ebony, I need to tell you something, he said in a serious voice, giving me the roses.
Fuck off, I told him. You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Didn't she have a coffin that was hot pink on the inside?
Yes.
Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic.
No, Ennaby. No, Ennaby, Hagrid says. Those are not roses.
What? Are they goths too, you poser prep? I asked because I was angry he had brought me pink flowers.
I saved your life, he yelled angrily.
No, you didn't, I replied. You've saved me from getting a Paris Hilton porn video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snape and Lupin, who masturbated. Parentheses, see, is that spelled wrong?
What?
To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily.
Oh, God. This is like someone like transcribed a dream.
He pointed his wand at the pink roses.
These aren't roses.
He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered,
Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say.
That's not a spell, that's an MCR song. I corrected him wisely.
Hold on. Wait. This is wild. I know. I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed,
Petulous Marengo, Cremcally Romasio. Parentheses, for all you cool Gothic MCR fans, that is a tribute, specifically for Raven. I love you, girl.
And then he says, I'm not okay.
Ah!
Oh, man.
And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air. And it was black.
What?
Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you now. WTF is Draco. Where the fuck, I guess?
Yeah. Where the fuck is Draco?
Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing.
You see, Ebony, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what is in the flames, you must find yourself first, Kay.
I have found myself, okay, you mean old man. Oh, no, that's...
I have found myself, okay, you mean old man, Hagrid yelled.
Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. The Hagrid stormed off into his bed.
You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them.
Ugh.
I put my hair all around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss.
You look kawaii, girl.
Bloody Mary said sadly.
Thanks. You do too. I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood.
Oh, God.
I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snape and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes.
Well, they're currently suffering from severe gunshot wounds.
Right.
So I don't think they're going to do it the next day as well.
Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said, equally sad way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then, ... We jumped on each other and started screwing each other. "Stop it now, you horny simpletons!" shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. "Vampire, you fucker," I said, slapping him. "Stop trying to screw me. You know I love Draco," I shouted, and then I ran away angrily. Just then he started to scream, "OMFG, no, my scar hurts." And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. "No!" I ran up closer. "I thought you didn't have a scar anymore," I shouted.
Wasn't this just covered the last chapter?
Okay, so I had a stroke when I was going through this, but yes, the first and last paragraph of this chapter are the same. I'm gonna read it as written.
Yes, I respect it.
"I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation," he said back. "Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. ... Voldemort has him bondage."
Recap for the audience.
All right, let's do one more chapter and then call it.
All right. Chapter 13. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared.
"Dumbledore! Dumbledore!"
We both yelled.
Dumbledore came there. Clean up an eye on me. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily.
He's such a mean professor.
He's just angry he hates his job.
"Voldemort has Draco!" we both shouted at the same time.
He laughed in an evil voice.
"No, don't! We need to save Draco!" we begged.
"No," he said meanly. "I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony," he said while he frowned, looking at me. "Besides, I never liked him that much anyway."
Then he walked away. Vampire started crying.
"My Draco!" he moaned.
An author's note. Don't give a fick. Gay guys are like so hot.
Don't you think
gay guys are...
It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. "I had an idea!" he exclaimed. "What?" I asked him. "You'll see," he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, ... Suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, "Alakadabra!" It was ... Voldemort.
Wow.
There is a warning for the next chapter. Warning, some of this chapter is extremely scary. Viewer discretion advised.
All of those words were spelled wrong. This is insane. Well, hey, let's do the next chapter, though, just so we can end when we're in Voldemort's lair.
Okay.
And honestly, I want to see what happens.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Warning, some of this chapter is extremely scary. Viewer discretion advised.
We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. The fat guy who killed Cedric? Who is that?
Wormtail?
Wormtail.
Yeah.
I think this person didn't even watch the movies.
They said in the beginning, as like an author note, that they hadn't or something.
Oh my god, they definitely didn't read the books.
Yeah.
Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran out in front of Snaketail.
"Rid my sight of you despicable preps,"
he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He then suddenly, he looked at me and fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes.
"Ebony, I love you. Want to have sex with me?" "Ebony, I love you. I want to have sex with me."
"I want you to have sex." Whatever. It's all one word. He said, this is an author's note, "In this, he is 16 years old. He's not a pedophile, okay?"
Huh? I asked.
"Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me?"
asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely.
What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily.
Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of him like a fountain. No, he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly.
Snaketail, what art thou doing?
Called Voldemort.
Then, ... he started coming. What? Oh, okay, got it, yeah. Like approaching. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got our...
Voldemort's in drag. Honey, what's wrong?
So we got our broomsticks. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. Then I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a six-pack. Well, okay. God, it says he had a sex-pack, parentheses, get it? Because he's so sexy. This is actually demeaning to read this story. I'm being demeaned. Okay. Dehumanizing. Get it? Because he's so sexy. And close parentheses. And a really huge you-know-what and everything.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
It's so unfair. I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here? Except for Bloody Mary. Because she's not ugly or anything.
Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyways. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco.
Yeah, but everybody's in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me. And now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. Author's note, parentheses, don't worry. Anobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away.
Yeah, I love a relatable protagonist.
Yeah. They just saved him from being tortured by Voldemort. He tries to fuck her, and she's like, I'm just too pretty. It's a curse.
It really bothered me that Snaketail, Wormtail, the only thing he said before he died was, I love you, I want to fuck you. Like, that's pretty crazy. She has some sort of spell over men.
Yeah.
I think we can all understand somebody who is getting unwanted attention, who is drinking blood all the time, who is having sex with a version of Harry Potter that is not Harry Potter, but a vampire with red eyes.
Right. And is a gothic.
And goth.
Right.
And I love Hagrid and how they don't clarify that Hagrid isn't 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They always clarify when someone isn't the age they are in the movies. Hagrid is still a grown old man.
Who is a student also?
Who is a student, who is actively caught up on emo music, is in love with how old is she, 16, 15?
She's 17.
In love with her, and also is a Satanist.
Right.
This is such a bad story.
Are you so thankful that I introduced you to it?
I am, because it makes me appreciative of what I read that isn't bad. You know?
But this is culture. Like this is a movement.
You joke, but you're not wrong.
No, like this has its own like Wikipedia.
I saw that. This is a huge deal. This is not like a whatever. Yeah, it's bizarre.
I only found out about this in the last year. One of my friends is like obsessed with it, reads it every year, and has been trying to get me to read it for a long time. And I finally caved and decided to read it on stage for a show.
It's amazing.
And I was losing it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to read. There's misspellings. There's author's notes that make it more
convoluted,
less coherent.
And like throughout the story too, she like keeps mentioning in her author's note like her friend named Raven or something.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, they're like besties. But then like as the story goes on, she's like, haha, fuck you, Raven, you fucking bitch. I hate you and I hope you die. And it's just like,
it's
just
wild.
lore background. As she was writing it, it started to get a following and people kept like critiquing her about certain things. Sure. So that's what some of the author's notes are addressing. Like a lot of her misspellings.
Yeah.
She'll like make little author's notes of like, haha, did I spell it wrong this time?
God forbid someone has any criticism of this insane story.
Mm-hmm. It is
It is clearly terrible, but it is so entertaining, and I can't help but like want to know what happens. I've never actually finished it. I've gotten like a little bit farther than we're at now, but I definitely want to like make it a series where we read the whole thing. It's like 30 something chapters, and we're at chapter 15.
Perfect.
Right now. So if y'all enjoyed this, definitely let us know.
I mean, we're gonna finish it either way. I have to see this through.
But like, there are more things like this. So if you enjoy it, we can read more things like this in the future.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a deviation from our typical episodes, but it's still fun.
Still fun. And I think it makes sense. I think it's canon for us to.
I think so.
Like, we talk about culture a lot, and we talk about, and this, Harry Potter is, the dark arts. It is, there's a lot of occult influences on Harry Potter, and this is, and also we talk about internet history and stuff like that, and this is part of this. All makes sense.
And vampires.
And vampires.
And magic.
And being in the club.
In the club.
Very seldom does a piece of fan fiction actually take away from its source material. I believe this cheapens Harry Potter for me.
Yeah.
And in a good way, I guess. Well, thank you for introducing this to me, and I hope you guys listening enjoyed it.
Yes, I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you liked this, we do similar stories on our Patreon for our Creepypasta series. We have other perks with our Patreon. Check it out. We have ad-free listening, early episodes, exclusive series, all of that stuff. If you want to stay up to date with new episodes, make sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook and Instagram at According to an Idiot, and Twitter at IdiotsAccord. Email us at accordingtoanidiot@gmail.com if you have ideas, suggestions, you just want to say hi. And you can also rate us on Spotify and iTunes. It helps other people find the show, and we'll give you a big fat kiss if you do.
Just like that.
Yeah. Wet. And lingering.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for listening. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Mo. And Ebony Darkness, Dementia Raven Way.
This is horrible. This is trash, and I love it. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
And this was According to an Idiot. I will see you in time.
I love you.